Tremors was released in January of 1990. Now, with a moderate box office return, but an absolute sensation on home video rentals, led to the creation of a 30-year-old franchise that's still going on to this day, with 5 sequels, a short-lived TV series, a second proposed series, and the release of the 7th installment, Island Fury, set for release in October of 2020. The first Tremors is an underappreciated classic due to its pacing, build-up, tone, character development, suspense, creature design, brilliant use of practical effects provided by the great studio ADI, and seamless balance of horror and comedy. All very different elements to blend together, yet Tremors pulls it off effortlessly, and I feel deserves greater recognition and appreciation. The movie stars Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward as local handymen in the middle of nowhere town of Perfection, Nevada, scraping by with whatever odd job they can find. Fed up with their direction in life, they decide to up and leave, seeking employment at a nearby town, only to find the local drunk on top of a power station, determining he's been up there for nearly 3 to 4 days. This is the moment that sets off a chain of events for our characters discovering the problem, realizing all means of leaving the valley are completely cut off, understanding what they're up against, and how to survive what lies beneath. Tremors is one of those rare and unique lightning-in-a-bottle movies where almost every element came together to create an original concept, while also attributing many 1950s B-movies, with the contemporary setting being located in a small-town desert, surviving against a dangerous enemy. The creatures themselves take a ridiculous concept of giant underground worms and manages to ground it to a believable and threatening antagonist. They lack sight, but can pick up the slightest sound from miles away. What sets Tremors apart from most movies in the genre are the characters. Most prominently, Val and Earl. The chemistry between Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward is absolutely terrific, one of the greatest bromances in movie history. Nearly every insult and argument between them is hilarious and extremely quotable.
Good luck, shithead.
Don't worry about me, jerk off.
If anything, the relationship between these two are actually my favorite element of the movie. And even the supporting characters are great. Finn Carter plays Rhonda, a geologist who helps in providing biological information on the graboids, while also being the love interest of Val. Is still an intelligent and resourceful character, even without the romance implemented. The great Michael Gross plays Burt Gummer, a survivalist who's locked and loaded for any given situation, and would gradually become the star of the franchise.
I feel myself in some ways a guardian of Burt. If someone comes in and writes something, I have to keep fact-checking and say, no, that's not so.
There were many times where he'd look at the script and say, Burt wouldn't say this.
Reba McEntire plays Burt's wife Heather in her acting debut. Traditionally, the transformation from singer to actor tends to have mixed outcomes, but Reba brought a lot of energy to the role, creating another great dynamic between herself and Michael Gross. Caring about these characters is extremely important for a movie like this. Once shit hits the fan and the action gets into high gear, you actually root to see these characters overcome their challenges and want to see them save their town in the end. Tremors is one of the easiest movies to watch. It's fast-paced, introduces the monsters at just the right moment, around the half-hour mark, and we spend those first 30 minutes establishing the location, the characters, and the relationship between one another, so when the main attack on the town commences, you know everyone who's in peril. It doesn't waste any time and gets right to the point. So even after you see the creature for the first time, you don't feel the movie blew its load too early. Tremors is a perfectly constructed monster movie, something that I think should be used as a blueprint when developing a creature feature. From its perfect blend of comedy and horror, great characters, the incredible practical effects, great dialogue, an original creature design, and perfect pacing, the movie is now 30 years old, but it still holds up perfectly. When it comes to creature features, you can't do much better than Tremors.